Hello and welcome everybody to today's video. Welcome to the Vee Academy. My name is Crumbrion, Professor Crumbrion, if you would. And today, we're going to be taking a look at a wonderful game that we played on Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. And be happy to get your reactions to it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. If you want to follow me and watch games in real time, check me out on twitch.tv/Crumbrion. For now, let's go check out the game. Thanks for watching.
3, 2, 1, go!
Do it up. That was off of them getting Roxanne too, by the way. Like, sure. They get a boss's orders off of a Roxanne. Like, you can't fucking tell me that this deck, like that this fucking game does not have bias. It's complete nonsense. Complete fucking nonsense. So, that helps. They can't attack this turn, so we can safely put down Rotom. If this is a Terapagos deck, they can't attack on their second turn. So we're chilling with that. You feel like you're normally the one getting biased, you can get everything when you need it? Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's really aggravating when it happens, because it's like, I really wish that it wouldn't happen for either side, honestly. And I say this as someone who wins a majority of my games. I don't like it. I think it's really stupid when one side of the board just ends up winning the game forever, and then we just get Ionos. So yeah, fuck this.
Bruh.
And get this down. So let's get... I don't want to play Crystal yet, so we have energy attached already. I don't want to play Crystal yet. Losing the switch is gonna hurt, but that's fine. I'm gonna permanently get rid of one of his Hoots here. And we'll get rid of a Dreepy. I probably should have got rid of Rotom, but that's also, it's fine. We're doing it this way because then we have a play for Alakazam, so whichever one they put up, we can just then move the damage with Alakazam. Provided they don't have Charm. And then we're fine, we get a KO. We set up. Counter catch from my Alakazam. Oh, my Rotom, interesting. And that's fine. I don't care about that at all. I mean, if I was him, I probably would have gone after the Alakazam with that juicy Lost City up there. I would just got rid of that right away. They're going to swing for... They're going to try and hit for 200 for my Rotom, which I don't care. That makes zero difference to me. Now we get our Dreepy out of Death's range here too, actually. Which is pretty good. I could actually go for Dust Noir and just take out the Hoodoo. Your day is already bad, Kate. Oh no. What's going on? Okay, that's annoying. You didn't take the kill. Nothing I can do. We'll see. Does that extra turn give him what he wants? I suppose it does, right? Gets the Noctowl. Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. Of course he does. Game gets harder for no reason. I'm just going Buddy Poffins, okay. That could have been worse for us, so that's fine, I guess. You have no idea what the person we're up against is Terapagos, pretty standard. Or are you facing somebody that you don't know what their deck is? They're going extremely wide on those. That's good for us. Mew, Ogerpon, Teal Mask, Bundle, Blower, Entei, Fezandipity, and other Ogerpon. That's interesting. Okay, so you have to Ultra Ball here. So we're just gonna Dusclops this turn, I think, and get rid of his Pidgeot play. We take out one of his Duskulls anyways, so go Fezandipity real quick. Now, they could very well just go Briar on this turn, so we have to be careful. Which is looking like that's probably what he's going to do. But we can also do a funny thing like this. And just force them to get another Terra down, which is going to be a little bit difficult for them to do, so... actually, hold on a second. We get outside of Briar range here if we do this, I think. Yeah, we get outside of Briar range. Actually, we just win. We just win now, actually. Hold on. Never mind, JK. Yeah, GG. I'm overthinking it. Alright, count that, guys. Was that a 5-prize turn? Was that a 5-prize turn? I'm thinking that was. I think that was a 5-prize turn. Hello, YouTube. let's take a look. All right, so we started off with Alakazam and Dreepy, which is an unfortunate start for us. Hi, YouTube. Let's take a look back. I think that was a 5-prize turn. I was like kind of lost in it there for a minute. So we ended up getting Rotom down because we figured with the Hoothoot start, we assumed that this was a, well, we assumed correctly that this was a Terapagos deck, where if they're going second, they can't use a Unified Beatdown, so our Dreepy would be safe on the swing back for the first turn. They wouldn't be able to facilitate an attack anyways, even if they could, or tried to. So we opted to go for Rotom, which gives us instant charge draw, which is very, very nice. So then they get down the Terapagos, which confirmed our suspicions. They play Underdepths down the Iono. Unfortunate, because we had pretty decent hand. We had basically everything we needed to facilitate an attack with Dragapult that particular turn. Very lucky that we ended up getting our Rare Candy Dragapult right back with Arven. So like we basically had a way to get energy. We had Crystal. We had Rare Candy, Dragapult, everything that we needed. Like, if we wanted Crystal, we didn't need Crystal at that point in time, and it would be because we had energy on our Dreepy anyways. It was better that we didn't play Crystal. So then they play Blood Moon Ursaluna down. We pull up the Buddy Buddy Poffin. We get down a Duskull and a Dreepy. Rare Candy, we get our Dragapult out, which is great. Then, so this turn we end up grabbing Forest Sealstone. We ended up grabbing Earthen Vessel because we didn't need Crystal that turn. Play it to the Rotom. We Star Alchemy. We grab Lost City because we want to permanently get rid of one of their Hoothoots. So we're gonna Shadow Realm that Hoothoot. We end up playing Earthen Vessel. We don't need to switch that game. We just grab 2 energy cards, get the second energy that we needed to on the Dragapult. Then we get rid of Underdepths, which was nice. We discarded Dreepy. Hindsight, I probably should have just discarded the Rotom instead of the Dreepy, but immediately as I thought about it, I'm like, I probably should have just discarded the Rotom because there was no other use for Rotom in that particular situation, and it kind of almost cost us the game because it gave them an extra turn to get the Noctowl out, which thankfully they did nothing with, but like a different player might have actually used that Noctowl more efficiently, so. That was very unfortunate. It was very unfortunate for us that we decided to discard the Dreepy instead of the Rotom, because the Rotom was ending up being a liability. They countercapture the Rotom, which immediately get punished for by not discarding the Rotom. And the Iono, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because if they countercaptured anything, if they ultimately, I mean, if we countercaptured, if we discarded the Rotom, they might very well have just like blasted our Alakazam, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise that we didn't do it, who knows. But personally, I would have counter-captured the Alakazam, because that was definitely a win con for me, for sure. You just messed up a deck with a guarded deck with a strategic Devo play. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Kreese. Then he gets Pheasantipity, because they always have Pheasantipity as soon as you knock out a Pokemon. Of course they do. So then they only end up hitting for 100 on the Rotom, which was extremely weird, but I guess calculated because they wanted to get their Noctowl out. Kind of risky because if I just have an energy, I just retreat and I get rid of his Noctowl, like a second Hoothoot permanently. So massive risk on his behalf, but we end up putting out Dragapult because we have the Rare Candy. We know we're likely going to get Ionut again potentially, so. Hey, Marathon, day 7 of having no Discord. So then they get rid of Lost City. They're planning on doing an attack here, so they Jewel Seeker. They pump up their bench with a bunch of Buddy Poffins. Questionable play, to say the least. I don't know if that was the right play. Grabbing a bunch of Buddy Poffins and not just grabbing like bosses or something else like that. But anyways, they take out the Rotom for 220. Ultimately, nothing of value was lost. We get the Dragapult in the active slot. Still undamaged Dragapult now. And then we just win the game off that, I think. Yeah, we just won the game off of that because that was the end of the game. So without knocking out the Dragapult or without taking out our Dragapult at all, we just had game in hand at this point. We didn't even know it. So we Ultra Ball, we get a Dusclops. They have the 50 HP Pidgey, which allows us to take a KO with this Dusclops. So we just bam, blast a Pidgey on the bench. Then we Nest Ball, we get Pheasantipity. We Curse Blast, goodbye Pidgey. Pidgey has fainted. 50 HP Pidgey is knocked out. Dusclops is knocked out, obviously. So then we get Rescue Board onto Alakazam. We're anticipating them having another turn here. I did not realize that we were going to end the game right then and there. So we knew, because when I attacked with Dragapult initially, right, and we Shadow Realmed the first Hoothoot, we strategically placed damage counters between the Terapagos and the Blood Moon Ursaluna. So no matter which one he put into the active slot, all we had to do was move 20 damage from one or the other to the other one. And then we have a KO with Dragapult. So by placing 10 damage on Terapagos and 50 damage on Ursaluna, all we really had to do is just swap damage. Like either 10 damage over to Ursaluna and we can KO the Ursaluna, or 20 damage over to the Terapagos and then we could KO the Terapagos. So we were setting ourselves up for a future KO on both of those. And Alakazam was facilitating that. So that was nice to see that payoff at the end of what it ended up being at the end of this game. So then we flipped the script. We ended up getting bosses, Iono and Luminion, which really didn't matter. All we needed was Arven to get ourselves an Ultra Ball. The Ultra Ball gets us a Dusknoir, which in turn we had the second rare candy in hand. So then we allows us to evolve it to Dusknoir, and then pop the Hoothoot that's on the bench, and then we attack the main Terapagos, and then they have a 60 HP Duskull, which then gets subsequently KO'd by Dragapult. And in this turn alone, we took, let's count them, 1, oh my god, did I miss it? I did. It was right here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prizes in a single turn.